In this video, I'm going to show you 3 easy ways to work out percentages. First up, we've got the calculator method. Then there's the mental method. And finally, the swap method. Let's start with the easiest, the calculator method. Let's say we want 15% of 80. On calculators, you do the percentage as a decimal multiplied by the amounts. First, we think of 15 as a decimal, which is 0.15. So 0.15 multiplied by 80 equals 12. Some calculators have a percentage button. In this case, you don't need to convert it to a decimal first. Just tap 15 and the percentage button, multiplied by 80, and that will also give you 12. Now it's your turn. Have a go at calculating this percentage using a calculator. 85% of 350. You can decide which way you prefer to use. Pause the video to give yourself time to work out the answer before we move on to the next method. So the answer is 297.5. Next, we'll look at the mental method. For this part, we'll look at how to work out key percentages of amounts that you might use in daily life. 50% of 300. To find 50% of a number, we half it. So 300 divided by 2 equals 150. This is the easiest and the fastest percentage to work out in your head. Next, we'll look at 25% of 120. To find 25% of a number, we divide it by 4. 120 divided by 4 equals 30. Again, it's quick and simple, especially if you already know your times tables. Next, we'll look at 10% of 36. To find 10% of any amounts, you divide it by 10. So 36 divided by 10 equals 3.6. This one's important because it helps you find other percentages easily. Next, we'll look at 5% of 80. To find 5%, we find 10% and then half it. 80 divided by 10 equals 8. And then half of 8 equals 4. Finally, we'll look at 1% of 70. To find 1% of any amount, we divide it by 100. So 70 divided by 100 equals 0.7. Once you've got the basics, you can combine them to find even trickier percentages. For example, if you wanted to find 15%, you find 10% and 5% and add them together. Or if you want to find 75%, you can add together 50% and 25%. Now it's your turn. Pause the video to give yourself time to calculate these percentages. Check your answers before moving on to the final method. Finally, let's look at the swap method, which is a handy little trick if you come across a particularly difficult percentage. 71% of 50. In any percentage calculation, you can swap the numbers around. For example, 71% of 50 gives you the same answer as 50% of 71. So if you're faced with a tricky calculation in your head and you notice an easy number like 50 or 25 or 10, just swap them. Though 50% of 71, we just have to half it. So the answer is 35.5. Now it's your turn. Pause the video to give yourself time to calculate these percentages. Check your answers before you have a go at the final challenge. Now it's time to challenge yourself. Pick your preferred method to work out the answers to these calculations. Pause the video and let me know your answers in the comment section.